Hi, my name is Liam, and today I want to talk to you about the United States global intervention policy. So let's begin. Libya 2011, Syria 2012, Iraq 2003, Afghanistan 2001 are some of the notable names in the United States long list of regime change performed by the CIA or under the direct influence of the United States government for the namesakes of national interest. The United States has long practiced a global intervention policy where American resource and knowledge are stretched continuously to police the world in an effort to police the world and dipping their hand into every country, internal and foreign affair. Why must they continuously stretch their resource where they could use it to develop their own country while at home their affairs are barely even solved and talked about? I want to begin by explaining how the United States start to pursue an interventionist policy. So during the early period of World War II, America still maintained its isolationist policy and neutrality act and neutrality, which was a act signed in 1939 by FDR. However, with the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Congress are forced to declare war on imperialist Japan, which also drawn in Nazi Germany and Mussolini attacked Italy into the war due to the signing of the Tri-Party Pact in 1940. Post World War II, with the rise of the Soviet Union and the fear of another Nazi regime, the United States abandoned its isolationist policy in order to pursue interventionist policy for the peace for a keeping peace sake of the world. The Cold War period was the battle between two superpowers, Soviet Union and America, with both competing in exerting dominance over the globe, with both superpower acting like salesmen, saying that my ideology is better. We can see this in two very famous wars. The Korean War, where South is America and the North is Soviet. Those are called proxy war, where two nations fight, however, they are puppets of another nation. Or Vietnam War, same situation. See, the effect of American intervention have two outcome: success, which we can see in Japan and South Korea, where after post World War II, America helped Japan to rise from a ruined country and ruined economy to the third best economy in the world in the current moment. Or Korea, same situation with American aid with American aid package and the rise of an unfortunate dictator to turn the country around. Now the 11th largest economy in the world. However, there are also the second outcome of the American intervention: failure. The most notable one is Russia. Is Russia post 1991? There has been some rumors saying that Boris Yeltsin, the first president of the Russian Federation, borrowed 40 billion from the IMF fund and was approved by then United States President Bill Clinton and a series of European leader as well, which he stated was to help restore Russia. However, the United States do not want that. They want Russia the final object, the final hurdle between them and being the sole superpower in the world gone. With that, they also destabilized newfound Russian state, leading to the 1998 financial crisis, which was very, very bad, and the 1993 constitutional crisis, where Boris Yeltsin opened fire on the Russian White House or in the Kremlin, very near to the Kremlin. Another case of failure is Ukraine. In 1990, after the Soviet Union fall, Ukraine gains its independence. In that independence, Ukraine gains massive amount of military industry, shipyard in Odessa, Sevastopol, and Mariupol, and even series of nuclear weapons and armor and armories. That's because during the height of the so-called war, Ukraine was the Soviet Union armory. 500,000 men was stationed there, and millions of tons of weapons and tanks and everything was stationed there too. So as soon as Ukraine was born, they were exceptionally powerful. However, in 1994, during the however in 1994, with a false protection promise from the United States, Ukraine scrapped its nuclear program weapon under the NPT Act in 1994. Military industry done, shipyard done, all Soviet weapons scrapped and destroyed for the U.S. of promising of joining NATO and protection under their nuclear umbrella, which did not happen. Which did not happen. It was a false promise to a nation that is now at war with a very strong enemy. The third case is Iraq false intelligence on WMD, on weapon of mass destruction in Iraq, which lead to the Iraq invasion in 2003. There was no evidence of WMD ever found it. Highly, even if it was founded, it was false intelligence by the CIA, and as the and Iraqi and as many Iraqi have stated that after many high official Iraqi has stated that after the 1991 Gulf War, Iraq scrapped and ended all nuclear program. They never successfully, and even if they did in 1981, where they were the closest, they never successfully weaponized and combined uranium 235 and plutonium 239 in order to create a nuclear weapon. As you can see, America intervention is 50-50 chance. If they succeed, good. But there's also a case of succeed that leads to failure. Libya, where despite being under a dictatorship under Gaddafi, life was stable. Keyword stable. They were not great, but it was stable. It is better to have a king than no king at all, right? And Gaddafi fit that quote. After the United States intervention and the fall of Gaddafi in 2011, Libya became a civil war with different war tribes and Mongol groups fighting over the control of the state. Same case for Afghanistan. I would say. I think that the United States should draw more focus on developing home front and internal matters such as systematic racism or police reform, where they help to improve the life of their own people. Now, obviously, United States intervention, despite being across the globe, must maintain. It cannot disappear because, as I have said, the United States is the world's strongest superpower. It must maintain. However, there should be a balance to that. It should be a 50-50 effort, as right now America is very, very, very much so focused is on foreign affair. Yes, that is my speech. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.